Hello my friends, I am Dr. Bree and today I have a super fun dance workout for you. So I am all about fitness that feels good and brings you joy. I don't think movement has to feel like a punishment or hard to really get results. So dance is all about the core and I want you to go through these moves with me that I'm going to teach you and then we'll put it all together in a routine to music. All right, let's get started. So our first move that we're going to do is a hip swoop. So you're gonna have your feet nice and wide, toes are pointed out. You're gonna come down into a squat and you're gonna swoop one hip up toward your rib cage. And then you're gonna squat down and swoop the other hip up toward your rib cage. So it's like you're crunching your abs on this side and then swooping and crunching your abs on this side. So go ahead and get started with me. Hopefully you're joining me. Try to make your knees nice and wide and open for this first move. This is all about mobility. We're getting the joints warmed up, and it's kind of like you're drawing a U with your pelvis. So I call this hip swoops. And again, you're going up with your hip on one side and then down and up on the other. Let's go a little bit faster. And you can put your hands anywhere that feels good to you. Just keep breathing. And try to keep your spine nice and long. Try not to kind of hunch or round like this. We want to be nice and lifted through the spine and through the heart. Okay, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. I think you got that. Let's do the next move. The next move is what's called a hip rock. This is really, really fun. You are going to be rocking from front to back. From front to back. So your hips are in the middle of it all. And before we go any farther, I should really be sure that you know where your hips are because we're talking about all this hip motion. Your hips are actually right here and here. When people say put your hands on your hips and you're putting your hands up here, that's actually on your pelvis, your pelvic bones. Like this part of your pelvic bones, right here and here. Okay? Our hip sockets are actually here and here. Okay? So let's think about this part of the body, the hip sockets, when we're doing these moves. So the hip swoops, you had a lot of motion going on in your hip sockets, and our hip rocks, we're turning to the side, and you go forward, back, forward. Forward, and just try this to kind of warm up. So it's kind of like a rocking back and forth motion. And I like to almost get into it, as you'll see in our dance, with almost like a little hamstring stretch when you rock back. So forward and back, forward and back. Do it again, forward and back, and forward and back. Okay, let's try the other side, just that rocking, and then we're gonna speed it up into the actual move. So rocking, forward and back, forward and back. Feel the motion coming from your hips. We're still kind of warming up and mobilizing our joints, our whole body, and pretty soon we're gonna feel it even more in the core because all of dance is coming from the core, the hips, the abs, the back, the pelvic floor. All of these muscles are moving and grooving. It feels so good. All right, let's go ahead and show you now in kind of full speed what this rocking move looks like. So you're gonna go forward, back, forward, clap. 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 Got it? Okay, you'll get it when we do the actual song. I hope you felt it. You'll have even more fun when the music comes on. All right, our next move is a cha-cha-cha. So cha-cha-cha is just a 1, 2, 3 step. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now with this move, you can do whatever you want with your arms. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get your hips into it now. See if you can feel your body moving from your center. Feel your hips swaying and just have fun. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty easy. We've got that. Okay, next one is the body roll. So for the body roll, after we do our cha-chas, you are going to come into a position where your back foot is actually propped up on your toes. It's kind of like a kickstand. So it's providing you balance. Now, this is a little complicated, but you're gonna be fine. So I want you to just have fun and feel your core working. So what you're gonna do is lift your heart up toward the sky, and then you're gonna let your heart fall back. So again, your heart lifts, and then it falls back. And then you're gonna circle around forward. Lift the heart, and then fall back. Lift the heart, fall back. Lift the heart, fall back. Your knees are softly bent. Nothing is locked out. And I want you to feel all that control in your abdominals and your core. You can feel the mobility and also the strength that it takes to do this move. Keep practicing, maybe 2 more times on this side. And then we are going to come up and switch to the other side. Just practicing here. So again, your back foot, position it a little wider if you need that extra balance. You're on your toes of the back foot. Both knees are slightly bent. You lift your heart up toward the ceiling. So just practice that first. Lift that heart. Lift it up toward the sky. Lift your chest like it's being pulled on a string up, and then let it fall back. So your chest sinks down, and then you circle it around forward. And reposition your feet if you need to. So you're going up with your heart, and then fall down with your heart, and then forward and up and down. 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 So in the song, we're gonna do this about 3 or 4 times on each side, nice and slow. Forward and up and down. Forward and up and down. Your heart is making a big circle like this. Okay, one more time. Nice, you did it. That was the hardest move of all of them. So now, in the song, we're gonna go back to the hip swoops, and then after our hip swoops, so do a couple more of these to really feel your legs working. Feel your body in good alignment. Know that if you have a pelvic floor issue like prolapse or bladder leakage, these moves, first of all, anything that's really working you from your center and your pelvis, your pelvic area, is so good for your pelvic floor muscles. So it's a great thing, but just make sure that you're not rounding your back like this. Okay, you want to be tall and lifted through the spine. Your butt is untucked. It's not tucked under like this. It's actually untucked. Your knees are pressing out, and you are just having fun. Okay? Couple more times, and then I'll show you the next move. The next move, I'll clap, and then we're gonna do an electric slide. So, it's super fun. You're gonna go forward and back. So let's do that part again. So your arms are like looping around and you're tapping, looping back and tapping. Looping forward with your arms and tapping, looping back and tapping. Again. All right, that's the move, but you only do it once. And then you're gonna come to the other side, and then forward and tap, and back and tap. Forward and tap, and back and tap. We're just staying here to practice, but in the actual routine, it's not gonna look quite like this. We are going to just do one forward and one back, and then you'll walk to the other side, okay? But right now we're just practicing the forward and tap and the back and tap to get it really in your brain about how this is supposed to feel. One more time, forward and back. Tap, back and tap. And then to the other side. All right, so forward and back and side, and forward and back and side, forward and back and side, forward and back and side. Nice. Okay, next move is figure eights. So you're gonna feel as if you're drawing a figure eight on the ground beneath you with your hips. So knees obviously are not locked out. We can't really do anything. Try it. Try locking out your knees and like tightening your butt cheeks. You can't really do anything. So unclench your butt cheeks, soften your knees, and really get your hips moving in a figure eight. Way better, right? So do not clench the butt cheeks. Do not lock out the knees. And just picture that you're drawing a figure eight on the ground beneath you. So your hip goes forward to the side forward to the side and swoops back and around. Forward to the side, swoops back and in. It's actually a lot easier if you just go fast and not try to slow it down too much. Don't try to think too hard. Just have fun. Okay, so after we do our figure eights, we're gonna do another move that takes quite a bit of core strength and balance, okay? So let's do 3, 2, 1 of our figure eights. Now, for this next move, it looks like this, really slowly. You go a circle and a lift. So I circled my hips this way. So for me, it's to my left. For you, it might look like it's to your right, but just do what, follow me here, mirror me. So I'm circling my hips this way 2 times, and then I'm lifting up this leg as I circle around. So it's like I complete the circle and the leg comes up. So circle, circle, lift, down. And then the other way, circle, circle, lift the other leg. It's a little awkward feeling, but you'll get the hang of it. So circle, circle, lift, down. Circle the other way, circle, lift, down. Circle, circle, lift, down. Circle, circle, lift, down. Now, remember how all of this motion is coming from your core, from your center. You're doing this with balance, using your core strength for that balance. You're doing it with lots of mobility, juicy motion in your hip joints, in your back. All right, let me concentrate here. Let's go. Circle, circle, lift, down. Circle, circle, lift, down. Faster. Lift, down. Circle, circle, lift, down. Circle, circle, lift, down. Circle, circle, lift, down. Okay. Whew. Shake out your legs. That's it. So hopefully you felt that. On that circle, circle, lift, you're changing directions. So you're circling one way and then lifting the leg, and then circling the other way and lifting the other leg. All right, shake it all out, march it in place, and what we're gonna do now is put it all together to music. So if you don't get the hang of it the first time, don't worry about it at all. I will probably make lots of mistakes too. So let's just have fun with this and just keep practicing, all right? Let's do it. I'm gonna go ahead and push play on the music, and we're gonna start with our first move, which is the hip swoops. Okay, let's go. All right, here comes the music. All right, wide legs. I'm not gonna talk much.
Moving my body.
walk it around, march it out, shake it out. That was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. So remember, dancing is such a wonderful way to get the heart rate up, get a little cardio, a little movement break in the middle of your day, and work your core, your strength, your mobility, and just have some fun while you're doing it. So nice job. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and I'll see you back next time for another great workout. And if you want more of this idea that healthy living and pelvic floor friendly living and fitness should feel good and have fun and bring you joy, check out my courses and programs. All of the information you need is under this video. I will see you next time. See you later.